Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to the Zheng Jiang campaign. Now in the last episode, unfortunately for us, we had to surrender the city of Zhongshan, as we had overwhelming numbers coming up against us, and I wanted to save the lives of my commanders. And so rather than fight a losing battle, I decided to surrender the city. So unfortunately, Yuan Shao and his forces have managed to get a foothold in my lands once more. But we were able to defend the livestock farm at least over here, so we still got some food coming in. And now that we've finished our conquest up here in the northeastern corner, our Bandit Queen herself is starting to make her way down to deal with the armies at Zhongshan before we start heading into Yuan Shao and start putting him on the defensive for a change of pace. Now, it's still going to be a couple of turns before she can arrive, and we can use the opportunity, instead of force marching her to get down here, because how many turns is it going to take? 3 turns? That's fine by me. That gives her at least a couple of turns to be able to get some replenishment back before we get into the fight once more. Now, it's going to take a little while. It's going to take 4 turns before the army is fully at full strength, but as long as we get the offensive attack, we can use Night Battle to sort of offset the being outnumbered by 2 armies. And with my higher quality troops in terms of experience, we should be fine in the upcoming fight. But we'll wait and see how that goes, so we're going to move her down to here. Now, I would like to try and eliminate the army here that we fought last time, but we also got a slight issue that, as you can see, most of my army here is in dire need of replenishment. So what I'm actually tempted to do is swap out 1 or 2 of the commanders, because we've got plenty of cash right now, and make a decent army to hold the livestock farm here, and maybe put a unit up here in Dai, just so we have a commander in place to protect it should they try to head up north. Although, let's be honest, that's fairly unlikely, given the fact that we've got Zheng Jiang making her way down as well. So you know what, thinking about it, benefit of foresight, we're not going to. Instead, let's go on here, let's get rid of you, I think. Or swap you out. Let's give you Yinli instead. Now, do I want to give Hualong in here as well? He gets along with the other commander here too, Gong Gong. You know what, we'll do it. Extra units, never a bad thing. So we'll stick that in. They got 4 turns until they're up to full strength, but that should give us enough numbers right now that we could go after him. There we go. We'll delegate it, because I don't really need to fight it. There we go. Off of his head, indeed. There we go. We lost a couple of people, but that's fine. We'll take the money. Skip the infamy. Do I want to kind of employ you? I haven't got anything to steal. You know what? I'm just going to release you. We'll take the replenishment. Although, our army supplies is going down at the moment, because, as you can see here, we've got minus 11 food coming in. Now, I did think about it before I started recording, that it might be an idea for us to go down after Bohai, so we could take the fishing port, and that would have supplied some food to our commanderies. But I decided that it would be best if I could just nip this in the bud quickly and start putting the offensive into Yuan Shao's territory. Because once we push through, we can try and take Yi maybe and take his capital, and then swing around along the river in order to go back up to the coast and take these. And maybe send this army that we're currently recruiting at the livestock farm down here to take these settlements here, like Shangdang, the copper miner Hidong, Yi itself, the farmland. I mean, having that spot of farmland is going to be extremely useful as well. And we can even head over then to take Yuanyang. Fad, he's got a lot of territory, I've just noticed. Okay. Who owns that? Duchy of Shuhan, okay. Might need to speak to those guys, because they might be able to help me up with the food situation we're currently dealing with. So, 8 turns now until you're fully replenished. It might have been an idea not to have gone out there to attack. Oh well, one of those things. Right, let's go to diplomacy quick, and see if we can try and negotiate some food coming in. So, Duchy of Shuhan.
Welcome, friend.
Let's have a look. No, we already know that's not going to happen. Let's have a look. We're going to request food duration. Let's go for the full bit. Let's go full rack. 8 bits of surplus food. Now, what do you want to make this work? You want a large sum of money. You want a large sum of money per turn, and you want me to give you my toolmakers. They're very obsessed with taking this toolmaker, aren't they? We're not going to accept that. what can I offer you any auxiliaries? I know we've been trying to sell a lot of this off to get what I want, but if they're willing to take it, then I'm not going to complain. It gives me better for me to give this up than other stuff. Apparently can't give you that. We've got 2 lots of the farm manager, so I tell you what, you can have him. He doesn't give any bonuses to food, does he? No. Does surplus distribution. I'm gonna have to bear that in mind. Okay. He wants my... That's my entire treasury. You cheeky bastard. No, it's... Let's try that again. Trade auxiliaries. We'll give you a spare suit of armor. Give you a spare follower. And I'll let you have my wooden fish. My valuable wooden fish. Alright, in that case, can I persuade him to maybe drop down some of the money? Someone like that could work? Okay, push it up. Okay, what about this?
As it is.
There we go. All of a sudden now we've got a much better food situation than we had before. Kong Wong, just to help out as well, can you negotiate anything with me? You haven't got any spare food. Okay, what about you? Apparently... Oh, hang on. Negotiate. Regular payments? Nope. Shuhu?
Must we speak?
Nope. Okay. What I could do, actually... Let's have a quick look at the quick deals. Is there... Yes, someone is willing to do a trade agreement. Shi Hui. Okay. Well, but don't know whereabouts you are. Just can't see you on the map at all. But sure. Are you willing to negotiate?
Let us get this over.
What do you want to make this work? You want me to pay 774 a turn? Again, I'm not... I'll tell you what I will do. I'll offer you... Don't really care for that, so you can have that. And... Let's just give you the Tunic of Divination. There we go. And now he's willing to offer quite a bit. So, what can we ask in return? Request payments. Request a single payment. Let's boost this up until we get a good sum. So I don't know, what's a good sum? 500? Willing to go higher still? Okay, no, that's a bit too far. Why? Okay, we'll propose that deal. He's accepted it. So all of a sudden, we're now gone up a bit now in cash. Now, last bit on negotiations, no one else seems to be too happy with me, are they? Okay, but at least we sorted out the food situation as best as we can manage. We've got it down to -3. It's not ideal, but it does mean that at least we should help the public order a little bit better. But we'll let that continue its thing. We've got that going on over there. In fact, do we have any spare slots in any of my cities to build some food? We do. Okay, let's get... Which one is it? This one. So land surveying office will be done in 2 turns. That would boost that up into -2. And then we can upgrade it then, eventually, to be able to get our hands on even more income. So yeah, that should work out quite nicely. In the meantime, is there anything we can do on here? And guys, watching this, if you have any suggestions as to ideal sort of research we should be trying to aim for, let me know what it's called and whereabouts it is and what it actually gives me. Because I'm still quite unfamiliar with trying to find certain things on this tree. So anything that is going to help me out will be a great deal of use. So let me know if you know anything, okay? Let's get disaster relief for a little bit of extra replenishment, maybe. Unless, what's that? Heavy G infantry. Ooh, can do with that. What do I need for this? Required buildings. A grain silo. Ah, okay. 50% food from fishing. 25% food production. We'll take that for now. Because all of a sudden we're now at 0. Oh, excellent. Obviously we still got a bit of a problem, it seems, with food. Like Yubei Ping here has got -10 food coming in. But at the moment we're up 0. So at least it's balanced out a little bit. And that should hopefully help out with a public order for most of the settlements. Although, Dai, what's your problem, Dai? With regards to food. The public order. That's just because of reserves. Right. Well, hopefully as of next turn, that's actually going to go back up again. But anyway, let's end the turn. Enough for me and lollygagging. And... right, he's heading towards the farm. Although, that's... hang on. The Kingdom of Wu. The only thing is, I know he's much stronger than me, but I don't have any idea whereabouts he is. So, and I can't zoom out too much, can I? Hang on, Kingdom of Wu. Now you see, I can't see him anywhere in the nearby facilities, so I don't care, to be honest.
Too generous.
Just because I don't know where he is, so therefore, what threat is he going to be to me if I've got another sort of 4 or 5 factions in between us? So let's not worry too much about that. Okay. This, though, is going to be a problem. We've still got troops coming in and reinforcing, so we should at least get some numbers eventually. What's my garrison itself looking like? It's going up.
Not today.
It might be a bit of a tough fight. I mean, the only thing I think on my favour is that my commanders are pretty decent.
No.
Right. Let's continue moving him down. She can have her final turn of replenishment then, and then be able to fight this battle next time. Assuming that they don't run off. We'll see what the situation is when we come to this fight. If they come and attack me straight away, then I may surrender. If it keeps them tied up long enough for me to bring down Zheng Jiang, then that's something I might be quite willing to do. So we'll leave it for the minute. You know what, we're extremely close actually to coming to the next level. What do we get from this, by the way? Extra 50 prestige. Infamy decay goes up, and so does diplomatic relations. Hang on. We get unbreakable. Wow. So my entire army gains the ability to become unbreakable. If that's the case. That is fantastic. Alright, let me have a look at my underground network as well while we're here. Just see what we got for the thing, because you're actually leading an army now. Can we see whereabouts you are? It's a shame we can't see whereabouts Shijun is. But let's have a look. Administrator actions. League marching orders. Okay, don't want that. Hindering replenishment. Casualties bonus units could work quite nicely. Infiltrate army. Arrange for the royal member of the undercover network to infiltrate. We've got plenty in for both of those, and I would like to know... hang on. Oh, can I not do it for her own... oh, hang on. Ah, it's because... never mind, it's because... I get it now. Let's go for poison military precisions. For... who's the leader of that army that was coming towards here? Gong Sun Kang. Let's see what happens if we try and do this. Okay, so we want to go to this one. Poison. Gong Sun Kang. Confirm. Something in the water. Under cover of darkness, your spy's agent sets about lacing the enemy's fresh water supplies, but it's startled by members of the Night Watch. They demand answers. Your undercover network have other members present within the army. With a word, they can see to it that the meddlers are added to this night's casualties. So we can spend much more points in order to get it so we can actually diminish the army. So commit to it. There we go. One of our spies has succeeded in sabotaging the faction's army by poisoning their provisions, thereby diminishing their combat strength. So now, if we pop onto that army, we can see they've taken a few casualties. Hopefully that might be enough for our needs. It's a shame though, can we do that again? No, we can't. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. We could actually ask someone to open the gates. Huh. That could be quite useful. Because, for example, at Shongshan, when we arrive, instead of just bashing it down, we could have... once we eliminate the army, we could just go straight in if they decide to retreat inside. That's good to know. I think I'm going to enjoy these agent actions. I think the spy network mechanic in this game is great compared to previous Total Wars. But this is a thing. He's come in to attack. Our forces, don't forget, are still not at full strength. But we're going to have to fight this battle nevertheless because they predict a close defeat. So let's start the battle, and I'll see you guys on the battle map in just a moment. Well, this is not a good start when you see it's a rainy day outside. Although, looking out my window, it's not much different, so I can't complain too much, I guess. Anyway, this is an interesting map. We've got plenty of forest over to our left and over here, this patch here to the right. We've got this river going along our left flank. Now we can deploy on both sides of the river if we so choose to. And don't forget, most of my army has the ability to deploy in vanguard, so we could jump on the offensive straight away. Now let me just double check. Infantry have trouble crossing. So what I feel tempted to do is actually deploy over on this side, force the enemy to try and come at us across the river. But I think it might be better actually. Let's have a quick look. We do have this nice little hill right by here. And we do have the potential to deploy a lot of troops inside the bushes and trees here. Yeah, let's try something like that. So what I'm going to do, let's grab my ranged units, and you as well, don't forget. Alright, let's pull you guys back slightly. We'll stick you guys right here. We'll have Trebuchet right back here, ready to fire on the enemy's position. What I'll do then is if I grab you guys and... let's not grab the Axemen. Let's grab you guys. Shift the camera down a little bit, please. Stick you guys along here. And then what we'll do then is grab my 2 G-Militia and now put them on the flanks like usual. Okay. And then what we could do is put the horsemen on a flank. Let's... Can we hide you in here? Yes, we can. Okay. What I'm going to do then is with my hidden axes and the 2 axe units, I'm going to put them in... Oh no, hang on. Okay, that don't work because you guys can't deploy... Okay, never mind. So much for that idea. You guys can though. Hide in the tree line here for me. And you guys can hide in here as well. Okay, you deploy up and then with them. You guys can all form up and then together along here instead. You stand behind, you stand in front. Okay, let's do this. Okay, you need to start firing straight away if you can. Use some flaming rounds. Any of these willing to duel me? Cannot duel, doesn't want to duel, hidden. Okay. What about for you? Again, doesn't want to duel and hidden. Right, let's grab you guys. Move you slightly up. Moving, of course, slowly. So we don't get them spotted. Here comes my trebuchets. Right. Still doesn't... No one wants to deal with me. No one wants to fight the Bandit Queen. It's so disappointing to see, you know? Alright, let's grab you guys slightly over to the flank here, ready to deal with these. Alright, catapults, continue having fun. Focus on these warriors of Yi for me. Just because they're going to be able to provide much more damage, although you're doing an extremely good job against this unit here. I'll tell you what, keep firing then.
Our comrade is under attack.
Alright. We got the cavalry going on over there. How good are you against enemy cav? First of all, block everyone's missile chance. Go over here and start dealing with them yourself, please. You can start using your bow. You pull back. Okay. Don't forget now we've got my 2 units here and my 2 cavalry units hiding in the trees. So as soon as we get the opportunity, we'll start firing on their position, don't worry. But for now, let's get you guys... Unless you go and attack him. Let's have... Anyone willing to do me now? No. Okay. So what, let's get you off your horse. Because going up against Spearman, she's going to have a much better chance going on by foot. I think, than going by things. So have her come in and attack. Let's slow things down a moment. And let's start dealing with these. So hidden axes, I want you to start running over towards this unit crossbows. You guys run over towards here. In fact, no, swap this around. Cavalry, come over here and attack that unit. You guys focus on this unit here. And the other units, come and attack these. You start coming back here to go after that unit there. And you guys come back here and start coming over to deal with that unit there. You guys charge forward. You need to come over here and start dealing with these. You try and fight them the best you can. Alright, you start... Who's going to be the best target? Come over this way. And get ready to debuff everyone with Wisdom of the River. Okay, you switch target in a moment. See if you can take out a bit against them. Okay, here comes the cavalry, and here comes my militia. Okay, if we can break... Okay, we already broke that unit there. So you guys come over here. You guys gonna have to make your way over there. You debuff everyone nearby here just to help out. You pull back. In fact, debuff everyone first. You make your way towards that unit. You come over here and attack them. You guys come and attack these. Alright, you guys in the center go after... Swing around here and then attack this unit in the rear. Okay, let's bring unit into the rear to come after them. Okay, you guys are nearly breaking. How is everyone doing? Okay. Let's have you go after this guy. See if he's willing to duel me. That one only puts them off siding because now he can't slaughter my infantry like he's been trying to do. You guys come down here then. You guys comes down here. Did someone just drop some bombs on me? Okay, you guys start focusing your attention on that unit there. Okay, you guys come around and attack these. You guys pull back down now and attack this unit here. That's okay. Alright, in fact, come over here and break that unit for me. Okay, he's nearly dead. There we go, he's managed to win the fight. Great, that means now we can start attacking these, swarming them from all directions. Okay, you use Blind and Fury, you get back. In fact, can we get you back on your horse? Thank you. Okay, we need you guys now to come back here and attack these. You focus on them. You come and attack these. Okay, we're about to break that unit there, fantastic. Okay, that unit's routed. Okay, how many of them is left? 18 of them. 31 of those. Victory is mine. Okay, can you use a poison blade against him quick? Before he runs off too far. And then you chase him down. Okay, trebuchets. Maybe not have you firing on my units of horsemen there. Okay, chase him down. Alright, tell you what you can do. Go after that sword guard, because they're really, really powerful infantry. I mean, cavalry. So deal with them instead. And then, you guys... 13 of them, 8 of them. 31 of these, take them out. Hang on, 32. Any warriors with decent numbers in? No, go over there and kill them. Now, you guys can kill these. You need to get back on horse. Well, you know what, actually, never mind. Claim the victory. Apparently a close victory, but again, I don't see how that exactly was. Yes, we took a few casualties. I mean, it's an aspect of war. But we managed to do quite a few deaths in that. We managed to get another commander eliminated before he did kill too many. Could have been an idea to go after him instead, but this guy's specialty is dealing with enemy infantry and enemy troops, rather than fighting in duels. So that was actually a good choice of ours to send Zheng Jiang after him. We managed to kill him off pretty quickly. These guys didn't get many kills in, as you can see, despite them being wiped out. That was extremely good. My troops, when it comes down to it, they are extremely good at what they do, even if they're still low tier units. So I'm looking forward to when I actually get the higher tier ones, like replacing, for example, our G militia with actual proper spear warriors or something like that. But we can't do that really until we've actually had a chance to sort of calm down with the fighting. Just because I can't spare getting rid of a full unit and just waiting for them to replenish over time. But there, we lost 319. They lost nearly 4 times the amount. In fact, they lost nearly 5 times the amount. And yet, apparently, it's a close victory. You're willing to try and join me. Eavesdropper, I mean, it's a good enough skill, I guess. But, hang on. Creative. That would be useful, but we're not going to use him as any of these. Is he any... Nope. I'll tell you what, let's just release you.
Need food. Get rid of them.
Nemesis, friends... +2 public order. He would actually be a decent person to add. But we'll release you just for the more money.
Only slow us down.
And we'll... 79 base salary, he's not going to be happy about that anyway. I'll release them all. We'll take the extra income from this one. 1,742 is nothing to sneer at. So he's now done that. So we can chase after the survivors in the following turn. Wipe them out. In fact, this may all of a sudden work in our favour. It's going to be one hell of a tough fight. Okay, so but hear me out. Oh, captured officer already. Huh, fair enough. Traits gained. Ding B has now become a creative. Okay.
There's no shame in notoriety.
But hear me out, hear me out. If we go after Cheng Shu's remnants of his army now, not only will we fight him, but we'll also fight, of course, the garrison of the city and Gongsun Kang. So if we take... Can we see how the garrison's looking right now? The garrison's managed to magically get back up to full strength extremely quick, I must say. But we could...
Impossible.
Go after him... If we can use the agent action to try and weaken his army some more before we do the fight. And hell, can we bring in you guys to help? We cannot. It would be useful though if we could. I think it might be worth it. What we'll do... Alright, let's have a think. What stances do we have again? In camp, ambush... Okay. Let's go in camping. So let's bring you straight to the border here. Okay. Oh crap, can't go in camp. 50%. Right. Can we do ambush? Okay, well ambush. Just in case. That might work. We can always choose not to fight it if needed. But do I want to fight this right now? I mean, that's going to be a hell of a fight we're going to have going our way if we bring in the entire force. But it might be just what we need. I'll tell you what we'll do then. Let's encamp here. Actually, that doesn't improve our replenishment, does it? Yeah, 3 turns into fully replenished. If I switch back to encamp stance, it's still the same. Right. What's the use of going encamp then? Allows you equipment and replenishment enabled in your own... Ah, okay. I'll tell you what, I'll bring it in and see if we can actually encourage them to try and fight me. So we'll come here. We're just outside these cities, so if they do try to attack me, they're not going to be able to rely on using the garrison of the city, but they might come out to attack us regardless. You again your replenishment as well, even if it's not as much as I would perhaps like. Now, if we pop up to here a minute, and we'll build this. That should provide now with enough food that we start going to the much more positive. And anything else we can try and do to help. I mean, we could go for this one. That increases the food production by 75%. I mean, it's only free food, but it does mean we'll get nearly 2 bits of extra food coming in. So we'll take that, because we can afford it at least. Right. Just noticed that army. Oh no, that's yeah, this is my character, the one that's my spy in the army. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do then, let's go spy network. And let's just see if we're able to poison that army again. So we go on here, Gong Sun Gong. Okay, commit to it. Managing to succeed once more. So there we go, the army now is much more diminished when it comes to the fight. And he's unable to replenish. Oh, because he's on force march. Right. The other thing I would like to try and do then, we'll see if we need it. Let's end the turn.
We patiently await your answer.
You want to pay me 2,519 for expert levers? No. I think I want to check to see if I want to use it myself, first of all. Right, what are you guys going to do here? Right, don't worry, I did see that other army coming up along this bottom here. So it might be a thing that we may need to take back this army here, Gong Sun Gong's army. Head back to the livestock farm. Okay. You know what? Still, it's only just gone half an hour. I still got... I'll have another turn, I guess. Kingdom thing, Shu here, okay. Kingdom of Wu have gone to war. Right.
Pure folly.
Yeah, that's not ideal, I'll be honest. Okay. Oh no, hang on, I looked at the wrong one. Okay, let's bring you guys back.
Destiny awaits. Rejoice.
So we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna have to rely on just attacking him completely. Right, let's go spy network. Let's try and use your actions once more. See if we can... Okay, we cannot. Damn, should have done it this turn then, before he actually started replenishing. But, let's switch back to normal stance. Let's fight. Decisive defeat, if we do this right away. What happens if we do knife fights? If we do a knife fight, we'll get a decisive victory. Sure, let's take that. And then hear me out. What I'll do is start starving them, basically. Do I want to keep you? Not particularly. I release you. I'm just going to execute you.
Get rid of them.
We'll take the extra bit of replenishment. Then, you are inside the city, yeah. Let's start laying siege. So, let's get some sap in and a battling ram turn. How many turns they got? 2 turns until they actually start getting a food deprivation. Okay, what we'll do is order that, so we can start building siege equipment. If I go back to my undercover network, and I ask you this time, we'll go to administration action. Hang on. It might be that we might have to... Oh, we don't have enough here. Okay. How much do we get per turn? That gets up by 5. That goes up by 5. Okay, let's have a look. Let's build the undercover network. This always comes up. Commit. Okay, so we now got that. So now we can do both of them if needed. Right. Opening the gates. We can do... I want him to do 2 lots. I want him first of all to poison the provisions here. Commit to it. He's managed to succeeding doing it. Then what I want to do is get access to this. So now if we ask for him to build his network up again, he's now managed to do it. So we'll go to here. Prevents poison the garrison. Yeah, let's ask him to do this one at Shongshan. Afflict the garrison, hide your involvement, whatever the cost. So, our undercover network might arrange a fire, thereby wounding some of the troops and removing the weak-willed servant in the process. So, yeah, the hapless fool has been caught in the act. Commit to it. There we go, so we now eliminated some of the troops in the garrison and from the city as well. What we could do now is also ask for the supplies to open up. Nah, we'll leave it for a turn so we can start building up his supplies. But now we've taken a few casualties there. The garrison itself at the city has taken some casualties and they're not going to be able to replenish because they're under siege. all of a sudden the fight's a little bit more equal in our favor. So what we can do now is, yeah, we could actually just ask them next turn. Open up the gates so we can start flooding in and go after them. You guys are just going to have to hold out as long as you can against this army. And what do they have? To be honest, with the exception maybe of the sword guards, I would say my force has still got a good advantage in this fight. So I'll let that sort of continue what it's doing. We've also got 10,000 coin a turn. Is there anything I do want to try and upgrade in my commanderies? I mean, that was something we did want to try and work on in this playthrough as well. Alright, let's have a look over here first of all, because we do have access to stuff like level 5 toolmaker. Huh. In that case, do I really want to go for that? Plus 400 income. To be honest, let's cancel that. Now, I suppose we'll keep it. I do want to try and upgrade the city though, but we can't afford to do it because of the food issue. What about here? Increasing that gives me a little bit extra money coming in from commerce. What might be better? Guest house, more money from commerce, increasing it. If we convert it over, that's not actually a big change in 15%. Okay, maybe not. I'll tell you what, spend the money upgrading that. That should give me access to the food that I want. Come back to this, demolish this. Because what I would like to do then is start getting my hands on a bit more money. And so if we build a blacksmith there, that should do the job quite nicely. Here, we've got Ironcraft and military supply. That gives me a bit more industry. That gives me extra military supplies from local armies. Reserve remains the same. Both of them remain the same, in fact. Let's have a quick look here. Government workshops, reducing corruption. Let's spend... Let's get a high level Confucian temple for you. I know, but your public order is actually extremely good. I don't need to worry about that. Boost up them then and give me some more money. Die. To be honest, this county academy is not really needed. Let's demolish that, and then we'll make sure then to get maybe a Confucian temple in the following turn instead. And then, what do we have here? 400 income from this. What does this give me? Doesn't give me anything, but it does increase cards. Okay. Yanman.
All shall hear of this.
Can we not get this tech yet? Oh, it's from here. Right. So what does that give me as well? Spear Warriors. Okay. So make sure next one to go for that in 2 turns. Okay. Here the Taiwan Toolmaker could be doing that for massive boost in the infantry. We'll do that certainly. That should give us quite a decent garrison then in the city. Anywhere else then that's not been upgraded as of yet? Well, that's been demolished. Let's save that because otherwise we're not going to have the ability to... Yeah. That should do. Okay, let's end the turn. And let's have a look. Gong Sun Main has gone after Yubei Ping. Alright, that's not surprising. Okay. So at this point now, I think I will save the end the episode here. So, next time, we're going to start this fight between us and the army is based inside Zhongshan. If we can eliminate as much of this as we can, and I think we will be able to in the fight, we'll be able to focus then on taking the city, deal with the situation then at the farm, at the livestock farm, and then, as I said, we can start bringing the offensive against Yuan Shao and start attacking in his own territory for a change, and start claiming back Angping as well as the other surrounding regions. But that's all going to start happening in the next episode. So for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you join me next time for more Free Kingdoms. Otherwise, until then, take care, and goodbye for now.